So Mike Pence has routinely been polling in third place in the Republican primary. It's a race with roughly 712 candidates in it. So you've had Trump number one, of course, DeSantis number two, pretty solidly for a very long time. And then you had Pence at a clear number three. So he was always around like the 10% line, maybe 7, 8, 9 occasionally. But what's interesting is, and I love this because it exposes so much. What's interesting is, at the same time he was polling around that number, this is the way that Mike Pence is playing the game. The way Mike Pence is playing the game is to do the donor circuit and beg what he views as all the right people for their money. And so that leaves us with this, honestly, astonishing clip. Listen to this.
Oh, I'm confident we'll make the debate stage. We're not there yet. There's two different criteria. One is being at a certain number in the polls, which I'm humbled to say, easily reach. But having 40,000 individual donors, we're not offering kickbacks. We're not passing out gift cards or soccer tickets. We're just asking people for their support.
Mike Pence still has not made the debate stage because he hasn't hit that 40,000 small donor threshold. Guys, 40,000 small donors. Do you understand? This country has like 330 million people in it. He's been running for president for a while now. You haven't hit 40,000 small donors? If I announced a run for president, I would eclipse 40,000 small donors within a week. Literally any YouTuber would within a week. Any YouTuber over a certain, minimal size would do that. You were vice president of the United States. You haven't hit 40,000. What does that tell you? You know what it tells everybody. That the way he's going about this is the old-fashioned way. The way he's going about this is, I'll go suck off this donor, I'll go whack off that donor, or I'll go to the cocktail parties, I'll, kiss the right asses, and that's how we're going to fund the campaign. That's how we'll fund the PAC. It'll all be just, please, billionaires, pour money into my campaign. Corporations, pour money into my campaign. It's like fake it until you make it. Do this facade of seriousness and leading candidate and do it and bombard with ads. And then it's like a bandwagon effect. If people think, hey, everybody else hopping on this bandwagon, then they hop on the bandwagon. And then maybe you get some small dollar donor support. VP, been running for a while, in third place in the polls, and he doesn't even have 40,000 small donors. By the way, what does that say about your percentage number in the polls? The people who are saying like, oh, I guess I'm pro Mike Pence, they're like probably barely tuned into politics, vaguely know the name from the Trump years when he was VP. It's like, I guess, maybe Trump's gone a little overboard. Yeah, maybe Pence is fine. This isn't hard support. This is soft as Charmin, dog. Soft as pudding. Soft as pudding Ron. Pudding Ron. Wow. Not even 40,000. So look, I think this is a harbinger of things to come for the rest of the Republicans too. It's that they're all in a similar boat to Pence. Now maybe others have eclipsed the 40,000 number, but probably not by much. Probably not by much. Because you got Trump, who is the behemoth of the party, has 50% of the Republican base just in his hand, in his back pocket, saying he can murder somebody and I'll still support him. And you have Pence, Nikki Haley, Tim Scott, even Ron DeSantis, DeSanctimonious, whose donors are now running away from him at 1,000 miles an hour. It's like, who do you guys have left? You have nothing. And they simply are not playing this political game properly. And I think, look, it's yet another reason, another example why our campaign finance system is beyond broken. Like, this is the main problem in our politics, is that there shouldn't even be such a thing as a big donor. The way it should work is what's called clean elections, publicly financed elections. Everybody gets a voucher of like $100 or $200 and they can donate it to whatever candidate they want. So this way, every single donor is a small dollar donor. You don't rely on any billionaires. You don't rely on any corporations. You don't rely on any PACs. You clean up the election system. And then if you do it that way, you actually would have a battle of competing ideas and philosophies, and you would have a more pure test. Instead, the way it works now is it's rigged from the top down. Like in Iran, how the Ayatollahs pick who could potentially become the next president. There's a Ayatollah primary before you get to the actual election. Here we have the money primary. You have the money primary. And Mike Pence, embarrassingly, is letting it all hang out here like, I mean, the people don't actually like me. People won't actually donate to me. But yeah, we've hit the polling threshold with our soft-ass support, and we've got the donors pouring money into our campaign, but, you know, what are you going to do? I don't have the people. I don't know, it seems kind of important, don't you think? Seems kind of important. It's such a fake process, man. It's so jerry-rigged from the top down. And a guy who was third in the polls doesn't even have any small donors. That's amazing. That's amazing. Now, I don't know DeSantis' number off the top of my head. I don't know the rest of them, but to say it's an uphill climb for a lot of these guys is an understatement. Unless Trump is literally behind bars, and maybe even if he is behind bars, these guys are dead men walking. Hey, y'all, do me a favor and like and subscribe. It helps out big time in the algorithm. Click the bell as well for notifications when videos drop, and watch that video on screen right now. You know you want to.